Personality, being, energy is a online telecall I have coming up, and I would like to talk a little bit more about it. It's what is personality, what is being, and what the fuck does energy has to do with any of it. So I've been exploring a lot ever since I've gotten to this information in the conversation that's going on in Access Consciousness about where are we functioning from personality, where are we functioning from being, and then this is something that I have learned along the way in the last few months, being part of Shannon O'Hara's Club Consciousness membership, where she has been talking a lot about energy and energy flows, and now the energy flows has its own membership, which I totally recommend. And these three elements of really looking at everywhere where things in my life have not been working, everywhere things have been off and wonky and not flowy and weird and a little judgy, and where you feel a sort of a distance, where you sort of where there's a powerlessness, where things are stagnant, don't really know what to do with it. It sort of sticks with you in the back of your mind, or you functioning from a personality. And what I came to discover is that personality is always on the spectrum of polarity, duality. There's something right, there's something wrong, there's something good, there's something bad, and it's that noise that keeps you occupied and away from being. And being it's a state. It's a state that allows energy to be possible. It allows the engagement of energy. And being it has a sense of, so the elements of being, what I'm getting in the definitely in the last month is it has a sense of space. It has engaging with the energy is possible. It's not a nice concept. You literally are from the movie. I think that's the perfect analogy, and I can really relate to, is the movie The Last Airbender, or Avatar The Last Airbender. What if we all, in the movie there's one avatar, and then there's all these, I would call them humanoids that have capacities with bending elements of the bending elements of nature. And what if we all are and the avatar does them all. And what if we all are natural avatars with specialties? One of my specialties that I've came to acknowledge is I'm a fond mover. I move stuff. I move stuff in relationships. I move stuff for other people in relationships. I move stuff in their business. I'm a natural mover, and people are drawn to me when they are stuck and they feel they would love to have some movement energy. And I've never really acknowledged it until the last, I think maybe more and more. I'm getting more and more what a huge capacity this is, and how much I made myself wrong, because I was always functioning from personality on the spectrum of something's right, something's wrong, or something good or something bad about it, because it's not everybody likes that movement of energy. It can be quite, and that's what the words that people were using is it can be intense, or even with regards that you're intense, you're a little much, and it's because it's not that I'm intending to do that energy. I just naturally be that energy. I am with that with myself. I know that I can, if I put my mind to it, or my will to it, things change very fast. And then depending on what area of your life, what is rooted in self-judgment, what is from past lifetimes, sometimes that needs a little bit longer but still like that movement. And that's what I'm like sort of discovering also with adding the element of energy flows. I've been here like for a few days in the forest and really like putting the energy flows to the test, like really exercising with all the different elements and what kind of energy do they have, but also what energy flow do they have. And I see that I can really perceive that if the energy flow of a tree is, it's sturdy, it's like literally like a tree, it's sturdy, it's slow, it's not stagnant, it's no stagnant energy. Like the tree is on, it's sturdy and persistent. And I really got like for the first time, like the energy of the tree and the flow is like really good to put in long-term projects, like long-term goals, like really like bring a business to life and really feed it till it's like a strong tree on its own. And I was like, wow, because I've always been like, I've never, so the energy of the tree is not my natural energy flow. I'm more like what I'm looking at, the moving energy is like wind, water, like the energy of like the fairies. It's like doop 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 doop, but always like in movement and quite flowy and fast. And what I'm getting with the tree, I also have that. So it's not like I don't have access to the energy flow of a tree, or I don't have access to the energy of like trolls or leprechauns, which they have like a very different energy from like the airy, from the fairy energy. What I got was it's like a very playful presence, and there's like space for withholding and being captivated by beauty. And it's still like flowy but different, and it's so, I love playing with this and adding the energy flow to my life has been giving me so much more access to being. And it's like it's really feeding on each other, and like I can really perceive myself growing as a being. And it's so interesting on the other side is where everything in my life that has been functioning from personalities, like to a certain degree on personality, so on the spectrum of like right and wrong, like portraying something that you're not, like you're like sort of like playing a role, a character based on the other role and the other character that people play. And you can have like different characters and roles in different situations with different people. And I'm noticing like everywhere I have been functioning from personalities, those relationships start to get really wonky and off. And it was interesting to see, like I was like, first like, what's wrong with me, going to the personality again, like swept into the personality, like on the spectrum, right and wrong, good and bad. And it's only really being here in nature and having the right conversations at the right time, also from this space of being. It's been such a gift in like receiving really yourself as a gift, but like really from being and like really perceiving that energy and that flow, what gift you are as a being, and not from a doing. Like how much is it doing also from personalities, like proving, needing to be validated, needing to be seen. And there's such an ease, and there's such a sense of relaxation to it. So I would love to invite everybody to this online telecall. It's like a one-off telecall. It's an advanced introduction to Access Consciousness. So the prerequisite is that you have done an Access Bars class. If you have not done an Access Bars class, you can do so one with me. I have two coming up in Amsterdam and in Brussels. I'm open to facilitate in English. My mother tongue is Dutch and I speak fluent English. And there's like worldwide facilitators and bars class over the world, where you can go to the website accessconsciousness.com and then check out their bars page. And also I find like the Access Bars class is such an amazing invitation to like really be introduced to these elements of like energy, space, and consciousness. And I made a video about that as well. It was in my own language, in my mother tongue language, in Dutch, where these elements are such beautiful building elements to really like cultivate that being that you are, and like decondition from all of the personalities everywhere we have been functioning on that spectrum, good and bad, right and wrong, good and bad, right and wrong, good and bad, right and wrong. It's so it's such hard work, and being is actually such a yeah, like what I said before. And yeah, feel free to join a bars class with me or all over the world. This will be such an investment to really grow these other elements to infinite being. Is like being, which is part of this helical being, knowing. So being is like if you look at, this is also something from Access Consciousness, where you have like the lower harmonics and the low vibrations and the high vibrations. And the high vibration is being, and then the low vibration is like needing feeling like feeling all these emotions, like tripping on these emotions, the meaning of everything. And then you have knowing, this is the high vibration. And then with the low vibration is thinking, like thinking, figuring things out, being rational, thinking first through and then making a choice. It's very slow. It's a very slow process. And thinking is good for many different things, to like how does a certain machine function, or how does the human body function. And it's amazing. And like, how much do we put that to the test with regards to how we function as an infinite being. Like, an infinite being doesn't function from a manual. It's so much faster, because it's a different space, it's a different energy flow. And then the being, knowing, perceiving. So the higher vibration is perceiving, and then the lower vibration of perceiving is also like feelings and emotions. And there's, I think with the perceiving, it's like a feeling through the body. I feel pain, my body's sick. What is it? Is it, or what are you perceiving? What is your body perceiving? And because we're like walking, talking barometers of what's up in the world and what's up with people. We're like living organism compass of that regard. And then the other part, receiving, the last element, receiving. So this is like the higher vibration, and then the lower vibration is where people only receive through, or I choose to have sex with you, or I don't choose to have sex with you. So it's again like that polarity of like, I receive from you, I don't receive from you. Oh, I want to have sex with you, I want to receive from you. I don't want to have sex with you, so I don't want to receive from you. And what if receiving is so much bigger and so much more accessible than the two choices of like to have sex or to not have sex? And if this is something that really interests you, to really exercise energy, you as a being, energy flows. I'm going to give you access also to the resources that I have been really enjoying. You're so welcome. It's $25, €25 only. Yeah, wow. How much more? What would your life be like? Like, how would you be like if you would function more from being? What else would you be? What would you truly be capable of if you would function from being? Feel invited.